welcome to the Esthetician Connection education and brand highlight video with Olga Stein and Thermoclear. Olga is a national educator for Thermoclear, and she's going to be talking today about all of the things you can do in your practice to incorporate this amazing machine, which utilizes high and low radio frequency and treats a ton of skin imperfection. It's going to help you make, I don't know, $150 in 15 minutes. Kind of cool. So she's going to go over a few things just to kind of get us started. So Olga, tell me a little bit about Thermoclear.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Sheri. Hope you guys are all doing well. Thermoclear is a radio frequency device that utilizes high and low radio frequency. And what this means for you is that you can treat any skin Fitzpatrick without hypopigmenting or scarring the skin. So if you have a client that's older, or you have a client with a little bit of a higher Fitzpatrick or more sensitive skin, or even someone that's 16 and has something that really wants treated on their skin, you don't have to say no anymore. This device can treat any skin type. Now, Thermoclear treats skin tags, cherry angiomas, fibromas, Milia, sebaceous hyperplasia, spider capillaries, sunspots, seborrheic keratosis, and much more. There's not even a laser out there that can treat these kind of skin imperfections. What's great with the Thermoclear is that it's very spot specific. So if your client just has that one spot on their face, you could really focus on that versus having to do an entire area of the skin. Now, Thermoclear is made in the USA, and it comes with a lifetime warranty. Everything is covered on your machine except 2 wear and tear items, which if you ever have to repurchase them, they're only $70. There's no hidden fees, no hidden costs. If anything happens, the machine is fully covered. But the way that we designed the system is that really nothing will happen. We designed it so user-friendly, so up to date on the highest level of technology that your machine won't break. That means no downtime. And that means you can always deliver the best results to your clients. Thermoclear comes with all of your supplies, which is awesome. So when you order your package, it comes with everything you need. There's nothing else that you need to reorder. It comes with your probes, which we have 2 different types of probes. It comes with marketing material. It comes with training. It comes with ongoing customer support, your training certificate, a sharps container. It even comes with magnifying lens glasses so you can see the imperfections perfect. So everything is in your special Thermoclear bundle.
And I will tell you, when this one arrived here, I was amazed at how comprehensive everything was. There's a foot pedal for those that like to use the foot pedal. It has different types of probes, super easy to turn on, super easy to change the settings. And what I think is very innovative and what sets this machine apart is the ability to use the high and the low radio frequency. Share a little bit about why that's important to a practicing esthetician to have both of them.
So it's important because not everybody has the same Fitzpatrick skin type. And when you have a high radio frequency machine that only works on high, you can only treat certain imperfections. You can only treat skin tags, and some machines will treat the fibromas and sunspots. But you can't treat sunspots on all skin types on high radio frequency because some clients have the 3 and 4 Fitzpatrick. And if you treat them on a higher radio frequency, you'll tend to hypopigment or scar the skin. And nobody wants that. People just rather have that hyperpigmentation on their skin. So with our machine, you could turn it down. Our machine goes so low that you can even do hair removal, which is amazing. And people say, hair removal with the Thermoclear device? Yes, it could do hair removal. We use the AC current, and it is for more of the stubborn chin hairs or the thicker hairs that, sometimes men will get on their nose, or, women will get on their chin. You could treat that. It's really amazing. And I have people that use this machine just for that. Laser is great, but laser sometimes, you have to, once again, treat a larger area, where this is spot specific to one of the hairs that are so stubborn and always come back. So you could definitely treat that. And it's amazing because there's things that you could treat, such as sebaceous hyperplasia, which you can't treat with any device. There's nothing out there. You can't treat it with a lancet. You can't treat it with a laser. And those hyperplasias really bother clients and they want them gone. And most of the time when a client lays down on the bed and you point out the hyperplasia, they say, that's been on my skin for 5 years, sometimes even 10. Nobody's been able to treat it for me. I've been to doctors, different estheticians, and you say, hey, guess what? I can do it for you. And they're so excited and the results are amazing on
No, and I think that, going back to when I introed and said, helping estheticians make $150 in 15 minutes, that conversation that you just mentioned happens all the time in the practice room. When we're doing our treatments on clients, they are saying, this and this and this. And sometimes they'll pull their shirt and go, and that, they're always showing you these little areas. And it's so great to have a machine that can only literally fine tune and treat a very specific area. And clients are amazed when they can have multiple things treated. And I think it's important that you share a little bit about that charging for 15 minutes, because they may come in and say, hey, I got this one thing. So you're going to do
with the Thermoclear device, it's not a treatment. It's not a treatment that they have to come in specifically for just Thermoclear. Of course they can. When you have it on your spa menu, you'll have it where it says Thermoclear 15 minutes. But the great thing is that you can add this after they're already on your treatment bed getting a treatment. So they're in for a facial, they're in for a wax, they're in for a microdermabrasion. You can do Thermoclear after. So this is going to be the last step of your treatment. And while you're doing that facial and you've already done the skin analysis, you've already done the initial consultation with your client, right? You say, hey, you've got a few capillaries here. They're going to say, I hate those. Even it's hard to cover with makeup. And you're going to say, well, I have a device that I could treat these imperfections with. And they're going to say, please, they're going to literally beg you to do the treatment because it's something that has been affecting the way that they put on their makeup or bothering them when they look at their skin. So they're going to be so excited that this is something that you could treat for them. And this is where it comes in that it's very important to take before and after images. Initially, when you do purchase your device, we have an Instagram page that's very active and has a ton of before and after images. And I always tell my clients, please, look at those images, please show them to your client. It'll help you sell the treatment. But eventually, definitely do build your own portfolio because this helps sell the treatment better than anything. And we recommend charging $150 for 15 minutes. Now, you might say, why can't I just charge per imperfection? I guarantee you that when you start analyzing your client's skin, you're going to find several imperfections and they're going to point out things to you that they want treated, and they will definitely use that 15 minutes. And then you already know that you've put aside 15 minutes and you made $150. That's usually more than you're making by doing your facial in about an hour or about the same price. So this is an amazing add-on and it'll really increase your clientele base because I guarantee you that you will get amazing referrals for the Thermoclear device and your clients will be amazed by what it can treat. And sometimes, and most of the time, it takes more than 15 minutes. So they're going to come back for an additional treatment. Of course, if there's that one skin tag that they have that's bothering them or that one imperfection, such as a sunspot, and they really don't want anything else treated, you could charge $40 to $50 per imperfection. But I really recommend sticking to the $150 for 15 minutes.
That's a good idea. And when it comes to client expectations, I think it's really important because different protocols or different treatments for different conditions are going to create different results over a period of time. Share a little bit about, so if I'm treating a sunspot versus if I'm treating a capillary, what's the downtime? What's the healing time for different conditions?
Definitely. So I always let my client know that I'm treating something and I'm not removing it because unless you're a doctor, you should never use the term remove. So it also sets a certain expectation for your client. Most of the things that you treat, such as sebaceous hyperplasia, Milia, skin tags, fibromas, keratosis, sebaceous hyperplasia, those only require one treatment. But I always like to be transparent with my client that there are things that will require a follow-up treatment. And those are spider capillaries, sunspots, and sometimes the larger cherry angiomas, the raised ones, will require a follow-up. We always recommend waiting 6 weeks to do a follow-up treatment. There's always going to be some scabbing after the initial treatment. It's nothing scary, but if you let your client know what the post-treatment protocol is and what to expect, they're not going to call you freaking out 2 days later that they have some scabs, which is totally normal. So I always let my client know everything. And if they do need to come in 6 weeks later, they already know that. So they're set up to pay for the additional treatment. It's not where you said, well, that's going to be gone in one treatment and then it's not gone. And then they want you to do a free follow-up. So always let your client know what to expect. Let them know what the next step is. I always say, I can treat this for you. And I need you to also do your job by not picking the scabs and be good at the healing process, because if they don't follow through with their steps, then it's going to be hard to heal. Now, the machine is very easy to use. The healing is very fast, but your client needs to know what the post-treatment protocols are too. And we let you know all of that during the training. It's very easy. There's not anything additional that you need to purchase. Super easy, but as long as your client knows what to expect, that's the best thing. And then they'll have no problem paying for a follow-up treatment if they need to. And once again, you're making $150 in 15 minutes and you're treating things that no other machine device can treat.
Exactly. And, a good, suggestion because when I first started working with the machine and first started seeing, I probably went through my first couple of treatments with you on a FaceTime.
Yeah, definitely.
And I watched the immediate result because I was treating some sunspots, and then I watched the next day, and I watched the third day, and I watched the fourth day and the fifth day. And then I realized, I did have to have that second treatment. What is really suggested, at least on my part, is when you get your machine in, you will start using it on yourself. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're going to find everything you want to work on. What you should do is take your day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 photos. I mean, even if you're taking it on you don't have to, even if you're just in my case, I was doing a spot.
Yeah, she's doing it on her hand.
Right. And so that way, when a client comes in and they say, oh, can you treat this brown spot? You can have that right there and be like, no problem. Look, I did my hand. Look at the 6 days following. See how it got a little darker on this day? Right. What that does for them is when day 2 comes or day 3 comes and they have exactly what they should have, they don't freak out. They're like, oh, I'm supposed to get a little bit darker right now. This is completely normal. And then also letting them know that when you come in for your next facial in 6 weeks, or when you come in for your next waxing in whatever weeks, let's go ahead and mark off the time for your second treatment, because it'll be time for us to do that. It really is adding that 150 to 2 appointments, not necessarily 1 appointment. So I think it's a really good, it's in how you present it to your clients. It's how you show your results. And I think there's before and afters. I know Olga has tons of these amazing before and afters, and many of them, they're available for you to use as you get started. But it's really important that you start building that up for yourself and your practice, because your clients are going to want to see that. And they're not only going to want to see before and afters, they're going to want to see day 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is really going to hit home with them that, let's just say they don't realize this, and maybe they're going to a formal dinner the following night and they didn't know this. They're going to be frustrated. You have to give them all of this information up front. What I want to do is show some before and afters of many of these skin conditions, so that they can see what a cherry hemangioma looks like before and after, what a sunspot will look like before and after, et cetera, et cetera. So right now we're going to show you guys some amazing before and afters. And remember, a lot of these are available to you as you get started. They have marketing material and everything, but these are the type of things you want to build up for your practice so your clients can see what you've done and what you can do for them. So let's share some of those really quick. And that is how it's done, folks. It really looks amazing. So, Olga, why don't you share a little bit more on the difference between when they get these things in? I know when I first got these in, the first thing I said is, oh, I have a green and a blue box. One is insulated, one is not. And tell them a little bit about this magical little piece of paper that I refer to even to this day when I do my treatments.
Definitely. So when you get the device, we always set up a training. We want you to feel fully comfortable with using the device, know all the ins and outs, and for you to be successful. That's our biggest goal, is that you're not just going to purchase the Thermoclear and never hear from us again. We really strive ourselves on our customer service and to train and educate you. So when you get this machine, you're going to get the box and you're going to get all the supplies that we mentioned before, and you're going to get 2 boxes of probes. You're going to get your insulated, and you're going to get your stainless steel. This little box you're going to use more often because it treats cherry angiomas, Milia, sebaceous hyperplasia, spider capillaries, sunspots, so a lot of different imperfections. Now, the insulated probes have current that only run at the tip of the probe versus the stainless probe that has current that runs through the entire probe. It's a little bit thicker, and this is why we use this probe for skin tags and fibromas. I kind of say you can use this as a saw a little bit, because you can literally use the whole probe to kind of work on the edges of the skin tag to treat it. Now, although you will be fully educated on the device, no matter how much information I provide you, it is very hard to soak it all in your brain and remember the different settings that you will be using for different imperfections. We created this treatment card, and I also like to call it my cheat sheets, because you will refer to this all the time in the beginning. What it has is, it tells you what imperfection you're going to treat. It has what probe you're going to be using, what setting you will use. It has the technique, the protocol on how to do it, and whether you need a conductor or not. Now, most imperfections have the conductor inside the actual imperfection. So water, blood, sebum, because you're dehydrating those things, and that is what's going to actually make the machine work. That's what's going to get the current to dehydrate the imperfection. Now, certain things like skin tags and fibromas, keratosis, they even sunspots, they have nothing inside to dehydrate. So you need to apply water as your conductor in order for the current to work. Now, that's where this comes in. It even says whether you need to moisten the skin or not. So we made such a detailed treatment card, so that way you can always refer back to this when in doubt. Eventually, you will know this like the back of your hand, but in the meantime, you will have this to refer to. And another thing is that I'm always available and here to help you. So I provide you even with my personal cell phone number. So when you do have questions, you can text me maybe an image of your client's imperfection when you're in doubt whether you can treat it or not. Send me before and after images. I'll also upload those to Instagram and tag you, so that way you can get new clients that way, because we have a lot of people that follow us, a lot of people that look for facilities to get these treatments done. And when you're tagged, they'll call you. A lot of my clients are always so thankful for that, because they've got new clients that way. And yeah, so this treatment card is really going to be your saver.
Absolutely. And I think that's a good idea. What a great benefit, because we get, we post on our Instagram, and I would say the bulk of our followers are spa professionals, but we do have consumers that follow us. And it's really interesting because I get DMs when we post this machine saying, where can I get this done? Can I come see you? And I'm like, there is so much business out there. So I think that's a really nice perk to have that. I will say from my personal experience of working with Olga that not only is she extremely professional, but she's also very helpful, very available. I've never had a problem when I've been working with this machine getting answers from her. And as far as customer service goes, they're top notch. And I think as an esthetician, that plays, that plays into anything that I purchase, because buying something and not being able to work with it because you don't have customer service is very frustrating. You will not run into that with Thermoclear, which is very important to me. Made in the USA, which I think is great. Lifetime warranty. There's so many things that are very, very, very important. We are going to be running a brand highlight promotion. And that promotion is going to be on the Esthetician Connection. It's going to be on the website as well as in our closed Facebook group. Olga is also a member of our group. So if you're in the group and you're going to see some of the Thermoclear posts, if you've got any specific questions, you can type them on there. She's always checking the posts that we have for Thermoclear. The promo is going to be a 4-day flash sale in our brand highlight. So you want to make sure that you absolutely don't miss it. I want to take a moment and thank Olga for giving me her time today just to share this information on Thermoclear that I think is very valuable to our viewers. And make sure that if you guys are interested in this amazing machine, that you check out the flash sale at www.estheticianconnection.com or on the Facebook group page. And Olga, did you have anything you wanted to add?
I don't. I just want to say thank you, Sheri. It's always a pleasure. I love educating all the skin professionals. It's so fun to do these, educational videos because that's really what the clients want to hear. They want to know about the machine. They want to see it. Sometimes the before and after images are not enough. They want to hear a little bit more information. And I just want everyone to know that if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us. And yeah, visit the esthetician.com so that way you guys can see what the sale's going to be.
Awesome sauce. Well, thank you. Guys, make sure you head on over, check out the flash sale and like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.
Bye.